Welcome back to Pro Wrestling Throwdown for the week of January 23rd, 2021. This is Luke the Big Dog Williams. I'm Caleb Black. That's our in-studio producer, the Mighty Max Fury. And it's time for Tuesday's Top 5! Where we each pick five things from this tops list. And this week is Top 5 Royal Rumble performances. I'd like to start us off.
Well, why don't you just go ahead and start us off?
I'm going to do that. My top 5 isn't from one Rumble. It's for consecutive Rumbles. But top 5 performances for me is every single Kofi Kingston save.
Fantastic.
Because he always finds such an interesting way. I love the chair, landing on the chair, hopping back in. I love landing on the steps. I love when he lands into the New Day and they push him back in. Every way that Kofi Kingston thought about getting eliminated and saving himself, jumping to the barricade.
Mm-hmm.
So cool, so inventive, and you didn't really see that before in the Royal Rumbles of yesterday. So those moments are always some of my favorite, and because it's the one person, I'm going to lop them all together and also take some away from you. Kofi Kingston, number 5.
All right, my number 5 was due to the number of superstars being added, minus Santino Marella's performance.
I knew it!
From the big 40-man Royal Rumble. He spent most of the show in his gimmick, taking a big boot from, I can't remember who gave him the big boot. Falls out of the ring, but only through the ropes to come back at the end and come this close to winning the Royal Rumble.
I would like to tell the story of us watching this, because we're both standing in his living room, the last two, like Del Rio's in the ring, and the entire time he's saying, Santino's still out there, Santino's still out there. And I'm like, dude, Santino Marella's not going to fucking win the Royal Rumble. Santino gets in, catches Del Rio with something, charges up the Cobra, and I look at him and I'm like, holy shit. Like, Del Rio might actually win the Royal Rumble. And he grabs me, and he's like, Santino. He's like, Santino's going to win. Santino's going to win. Of course, Del Rio fucks him off, to which I just start laughing.
We are literally this close to the television.
I, break out laughing, and of course, Luke, son of a bitch, come on! Come on!
So, yes, that's my number 5.
It's so good. My number 4, I know we already covered it, but I want to reiterate it again. The 2005 Royal Rumble, the performance between John Cena and Batista after the fuck-up. Because they cover it up perfectly. McMahon covers up the fact that he just tore a fucking quad because he's furious. And it's good shit, pal. It's real. It's good. It's real. One of my absolute favorites, top 5, Batista and John Cena.
Number 4 for me, the 1993 Royal Rumble, Bob Backlund's performance in 93. He was, up until that point, Rick DeMono Martel held the record for the longest tenure in the Royal Rumble at being 42 minutes. Bob Backlund, a person who hadn't wrestled in 20 years, 10 years for the WWE, comes in at number 3, and lasts 47 minutes.
Yep.
To the point that I'm trying to get to is that no one knew who Bob Backlund was.
No.
Unless you were of age to know who that was. And he was in the final 3 men.
Yep.
It was him, Yokozuna, and Randy Savage in 93.
Yep.
I mean, his performance for being as old as he was entering the ring, 47 minutes is hard for... 30 minutes is hard for somebody twice as age. Or,
half his age and twice his conditioning ability.
Yeah. So, my number 4... Bob Backlund.
That's fair. Now, you'll have to help me out here. What's the year that Kane eliminated, 11 people in one Rumble?
2001.
Where he set that's the one. Kane hitting the most eliminations and held that record up until, last year or the year before? When Roman Reigns broke up. One of my favorites, because Kane just comes in like a wrecking ball. And it's not even like choke slams. He choke slams one guy over the rope, hits one guy with an uppercut, and it's mostly feeder guys that he's eliminating, but it was so cool to watch because he just comes in like a bat out of hell.
Also, that record held for so many years. Roman Reigns beats it, and then, of course, last year, Brock Lesnar beat the record. Yeah, he owns the record now.
Yeah.
Good moment in Royal Rumble, for sure.
Yeah.
My number 3, I would have to go with... Gosh, there's so many good ones. I guess Hulk Hogan going back-to-back.
Yeah.
1990, his performance was one of the biggest Rumble years. with the only Ultimate Warrior appearance in Royal Rumble history.
Yep.
Hogan's getting double teamed. Warrior comes over and saves him. Warrior's getting double teamed. Hogan comes over with a double clothesline, eliminates the Warrior. Here's the funny part about that. Warrior gets up off the ground doing this whole Warrior thing, jumps in the ring, hits the other two guys, doesn't even fuck with Hogan, jumps out of the ring, runs away. And Jesse the Body Ventura on commentary is hilarious because he's like, Hogan eliminated the Warrior. He comes back in, hits the other two guys. What a moron. Fantastic. So good.
I always loved, like, quick tangent here. We got to fill time anyway. I always loved Ventura on commentary because he would literally call out the stupidest shit.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't remember. It was a WCW broadcast when he was arguing with Bobby the Brain Heenan over something. And the Brain talked about they were on the outside of the ring, so it was legal or some shit like that. And Ventura was like, what the hell are you talking about? Does that mean you can go get a gun and shoot him because they're outside the ring? That's stupid, Brain. So good. My number 3, as you already brought it up, Brock Lesnar's performance in the Rumble last year.
Yes.
Eliminating like 15 guys, or 14 guys, 13 because he's the 14th. Because he was eliminated by Drew, who came in at 15.
No, he eliminated 14 guys.
So Drew was 16.
Because the record was held by Roman Reigns at 13.
He was the 15th. Yeah. Drew reset it at 16.
Yeah.
But not only was he a powerhouse, but he showed personality.
Yeah.
Started dancing along with R-Truth. The thing he did with Shelton Benjamin when they come in and they high five and it looks like they're going to work together.
Yeah.
And then Brock shit cans him. So good. Like Brock Lesnar. Who'd have thought you had that much charisma and all those muscles and scary faces you make?
My number 2.
You giant bastard.
The
No, this is
return.
3.
No, I already did 3. I started.
I started this. It's 3. I started with the Kofi Kingston performances.
And then I went Santino.
And then I picked Kane.
And then so 3.
This is 3.
All right. Well, that
He's a
changes
drunk.
my whole thing then. 3, I would have to state. Hacksaw Jim Duggan winning the first Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Is being the fact that he was one of the only people in Royal Rumble history that, through the actual field of people, was somebody you just didn't see winning the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
And yet he has the distinct honor of winning the first one.
Yeah. Can't disagree
Also,
with that.
he's the only person really that's ever won the Royal Rumble that's never been heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
Ever.
I can agree with that. That's fair.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
My number 2 is going to be Edge from last year's Royal Rumble. Because comes out of the return, it's big and hot, and for a second you believe a guy who hasn't been in the business for almost 10 years wins. He's going to win. And he makes you believe it. And you wanted it to happen. And not that anyone's unhappy with Drew having won, but man, just the idea alone that it was going to happen was fucking beautiful.
Agreed, 100%. My number 2. There's so many moments. I'm trying to stick away from the ones that people would expect me to talk about.
Just do it. Do it and save us all the fucking headaches.
Honestly, number 2, Triple H returning to the Royal Rumble after the quadricep tear.
Oh, yeah.
The crowd popped
nuts.
so hard for Triple H on that Monday Night Raw where he come and declared for the Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
It come down to him. The Final 4 that year was Mr. Perfect, which was insane in itself. Him, Stone Cold, and Kurt Angle. Of course, he goes over. Triple H wins, goes on to WrestleMania to wrestle Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
The year that he won that. So that's my number 2.
My number 1 favorite performance of all time is the year The Undertaker won. Where he dumped Shawn Michaels at the end. The 2007 Royal Rumble. No, I got that wrong.
Yep.
The 2006 Royal Rumble.
No, 2008 Royal Rumble.
Was it
2006 was Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio. Who was 07?
07 was... No, you're right. 2007.
Yeah. Taker was 07, yeah. Where he eliminates Shawn Michaels, and of course that begins the build up to their epic WrestleMania matches.
My number 1 performance, and I don't think that it gets any better of a performance. The man was out of professional wrestling for 2 years, told that he was never going to wrestle again ever. Daniel Bryan shows up at the greatest Royal Rumble overseas in Afghanistan.
And what goes?
It goes an hour
60 some
and 7 minutes, the longest to date performance in a Royal Rumble match. He was number 3 and was eliminated in the final 3. Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
His chest
Yeah.
alone with those handprints.
I can't disagree.
A month after wrestling his very first match back after having concussion syndrome and told never to wrestle again.
Yep.
It's hard not to say Daniel Bryan is my
I agree. Guys, that's our top 5 Royal Rumble performances. You know what to do. Like, subscribe, leave us a comment down below. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Pro Wrestling Throwdown. Follow us on Twitter at Pro Wrestling TD. Send us an email at ProWrestlingThrowdown@gmail.com. And stay tuned. We got more videos coming your way.
Yeah, we do.